Tiny Rogues. Man, you gotta play this game. This game is sick. It just came out with its new update, Between Heaven and Hell. This game is fantastic. I played it a bunch in the early access. My friend put me on and I put in 10 hours in one day. It was great. Now I just played this game for 5 hours straight and I wanted to make a video about it. So here you are. The new roguelike you must play. You know me, I'm a fan of roguelikes. I made a video about Binding of Isaac. This game is sick. Gotta play that game if you haven't. But we're talking about Tiny Rogues today, and this game is really cool. A bunch of characters, a bunch of alt paths. You have a million power-ups and different ways to play the game. There's classes like other old RPGs. You got the melee class. You fight up close and personal, huge health so you can tank attacks. You got the ranged class, huge range. You've got the mage class who does huge damage but low amounts of health. That's my favorite class. That's what I usually do. That's what I beat the game with multiple times in the early access. But now in the new DLC, I haven't beat the game yet. I'm not gonna lie. I have not beat this game yet. I played it for 5 hours straight yesterday and I haven't beat the game yet. I just haven't. But let me tell you about some of these cool runs that I had. So like I said, I like the mage class a lot. It's big boom damage and it's just glass cannon. That's just how I like to play these games. But I wanted to try some other characters. So I tried a melee character. And I very quickly found out the unique synergies that I was looking for. I got these boots that gave me an on dash power up of increasing my melee damage by 30%. And then I gained a power up that every 8 attacks, I do chunk damage to the nearest enemy and activate my on dash abilities. So now I have 2 on dash synergies. So that's what I was looking for. I got another on dash power up where I shoot an ancestral goat that does a ton of chunk damage to the nearest enemy. So now on dash, I have a bunch of damage to the nearest enemies and a 30% damage boost that doesn't stack, but imagine. A little bit later, I got gloves that granted me another on dash ability where I shoot a flurry of knives that do huge damage and deal a guaranteed critical hit. Then I upgraded my boots to shooting more knives that even inflict bleed damage. Now, I don't know if this was an upgrade in hindsight, but it's purple. Purple's better than green. I learned that from Fortnite. Then I got another dash effect to mark a nearby enemy for a guaranteed high roll damage. Then I got a helmet that gives me 2 more dashes. You get what I'm saying, right? I got a million on dash attacks. The synergies are there. It's very strong. But then I died in a random room on the last floor. But then I started all over, baby. That's the thing about roguelikes. You lose a run you love, and then you make another run that you love. So then I went for the ranger class and got a bunch of critical hit power-ups. Gain critical hit, on dash guaranteed critical hit, gain attack speed on critical hit, just to die in a random room again on the last floor. This game is hard, man. I beat it on the second try in the early access version, but I played this for 5 hours straight and still haven't beaten the game once. I'm seeing all these new enemies, new floors, new bosses, new items, new power-ups, new everything. It's taking me a minute to adjust, and by a minute I mean 5 hours. But I will beat this game. Then I'll beat it again, and again, and again. That's why I love roguelikes. Once you like a game, you can play it infinitely and infinitely and infinitely. Before we end the video, I gotta talk about the soundtrack for this game. This must be one of the best soundtracks in an indie game since Undertale. There's just so many bangers on this OST. You start off on floor 1, you got this great soundtrack. It's hopeful, it's opening up the world to new ambitious beginnings, starting your adventure. It's fantastic. And then on the alt paths, you have the same kind of feel. It's a different song, but it feels the same. It's this hopeful, adventurous start to this grand adventure that you're probably gonna die soon. But when you die, you get to start over and hear the same song again. And the songs ramp up so well. You've got World 2, Floor 2. It just starts going bam, 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 bam. And then you're really into the game. You're actually into it now. You probably didn't take any damage on the first floor, but here you might. You probably haven't leveled up yet, so you're just facing harder people without having anything better. I listened to the whole soundtrack, and I listened to some of these songs that I haven't even seen yet in the game. I mean, who the fuck is this guy? I don't even know. He's crazy. I mean, what? But this song goes crazy. I'm probably not even gonna make it to the drop. I'm probably gonna die before then. Oh, that's really it for the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, think about subscribing. Look at the box. Ain't nobody subscribing. Be one of the 1%. Come on, do it. I play video games sometimes.